First of all, I would like to thank the friends from media because it is very important at this moment that whatever voices we are raising we are raising up. It is very important that the media friends that we have reaches out and our voices are reaching out to the society. Because in this democracy, as we understand that we are fighting a battle, a crucial battle to save our constitution, we also understand at the same time that this democracy can also be saved by one of its pillar, which is media. And we have continuously seen an onslaught by the RSS and the BJP on the media, and how that certain media houses are running a continuous narrative against the policies which are anti-people policies. Majorly when I am addressing today to the people of Tamil Nadu and also to the society out there, it is very important that the two issues that I would like to highlight today through my words is how and why the university spaces are facing atrocities at this moment, and how the new policy, the draconian law, the CA is going to, and the eventually NPR and NRC is going to have a consequent and draconian effect on the people of this country. So when I start with the university things, we already know, and we have been continuously reiterating this in the Jawaharlal Nehru University, that the new education policy brought in by the RSS and the BJP is going to drastically cut down the fellowships and drastically cut down the funds of the university systems. We know how that the university systems are going to practice a 10% increment every year in the name of eventually increasing infrastructure and betterment of the university spaces. How 10% increment every year will happen without even asking the administrations or the students. Secondly, we know through the new education policy how boards meetings which used to have earlier student representatives, like the academic council meeting and the board of studies meeting of different university level, are going to be finished, and the whole power is going to be shifted to the vice chancellor of central universities and the other universities. So when the power is being shifted to the vice chancellor, we exactly know in the regime of this BJP who are the vice chancellors, sitting in different universities, and what are their policies. Their policies is obviously not in favor of students. Their policies is exactly to replicate what the RSS and BJP and its political masters want in this country, and what they want in our educational spaces. I don't want to reiterate, but it is very important at this juncture for the country to remember students like Rohit Vemula, students like Fatima Latif, and doctors like Payal Tadvi, who has been discriminated in our systems. How Dalit students like Rohit Vemula had been discriminated hugely within the education space. Fatima Latif has been discriminated in the educational space. And exactly that is what in the university spaces today we are fighting against. That we as students don't want such fee hike, such discriminations happening in the university spaces. It is very important as student community to stand against the privatization policies that the government, specifically the RSS and BJP, is wanting to seep into our university space. The RSS and the BJP, it has a clear agenda that they don't want the marginalized section students to study in the universities. As Baba Saheb Ambedkar has clearly said, and as student community, we keep our fight on. We know, when I'm standing here in the land of Periyar, as Baba Saheb Ambedkar has clearly stated, that how education is the empowering tool for we women, the Dalits, the marginalized, and how the RSS has a clear agenda that they want to snatch away those rights. And exactly in JNU, from the October we saw an onslaught where there was a hostel fee hike. Exactly now, Pondicherry University, 17 days, Pondicherry University Students' Council has been leading a strike. Exactly we saw how Indian Institute of Mass Communication ended their hunger strike yesterday after their demands were met by the administration of IMMC after a committee was constituted. So this is today not only a feature of JNU that we are seeing fee hike. All over the country we are seeing how students are being brutally attacked, how students who are speaking against the policies of this government are continuously being tagged as anti-national, are continuously tagged as part of the Tukre gang, which has nothing to do with it. We know that how students at this moment are also fighting against the CA, NRC and NPR. That I specifically want to highlight after the student issues. As being in the student community, it is very important as students that why do we stand today against this draconian law? Because we as the student and the youth of this country wouldn't want that our country, our fellow mates, on the basis of their religion, on the name, that attack on the minorities, they are being thrown into detention camp tomorrow. RSS is exactly doing what the Britishers did with our country years ago. And exactly we stand as youth, not only studying, we are standing on the streets against such draconian policies, because we believe that the minorities will be thrown out of this country under the process of NRC, and when they will be starting with the NPR project. So as a student community, we are going across the student community to give us solidarity, and also to spread the message that as a student community we will not comply by the NPR questions. We will stand against the policy of NRC, and also we will be standing against the draconian law unless CAA, unless and until it is taken back.
What JNU VC is claiming that you guys have started the violence first, and you guys are taking forward the false propaganda against the government. What's your opinion on that?
Adding to that, icons like Rajinikanth stated that students who are protesting, who go for the march or the protest, should also consider their purposes and also their future. What's your reply on those?
Exactly, I will start with your question. When the Vice Chancellor says, Vice Chancellor also has, our JNU has the same thought process that students wouldn't be part of the politics. But we have clearly said that if our Vice Chancellor's politics or their political masters' politics decide what our education system should be, we students have every right to be political, and we will be political. Nobody can stop us from being political, because we don't want an education space where we are being deprived of our educational right, because we believe that education is not a commodity that has to be sold. It is a right that has to be given to every citizen of this country, and that is where our fight lies. And secondly, what Rajinikanth has commented, that students should see what their goal is. The students' goal is exactly so that our country as youth, when tomorrow we are growing up as citizens in this country, we don't want to see a country which is exactly facing what the Britishers did to our country. We exactly don't want to learn the teachings of nationalism for the ones who are the children of Savarkar and Golwalkar. We don't want to learn what nationalism is from Savarkar's children, who have gone and written a letter to the Britishers asking, sorry letter to the Britishers, saying in 1911 at cellular jail, saying that they have done wrong. We are the children of Bhagat Singh, Ambedkar, Savitribai Phule, and we truly stand to their ideals when we want to protect our educational spaces, protect our constitution, and protect our country.
Thank you, comrade. Thank you.